10 years ago, I was $10,000 in credit card debt. Yep, $10,000. Through perseverance and cutting back on things that I didn't need and just getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff I didn't need, moving to a different place, to a cheaper apartment, I was able to get out of that $10,000 credit card debt. But I still had trouble using my debit card. I was using it too much. So in today's video, I want to discuss the credit card versus the debit card debate and how you need to be disciplined not to use both to get yourself in a world of trouble like I was at one time with the $10,000 in credit card debt. Before we get to the video, I definitely need you guys to thumbs up the video. It's right there below. Just hit the thumbs up right now. It's not going to hurt you. And to all my people that know me closely, y'all should be hitting the thumbs up immediately just because we're cool like that. So if you like the video, thumbs up the video, comment in the video. If you like what I'm talking about, I have a lot of videos on financial education, stocks. Look at my shorts, look at my videos, pay attention, but you got to subscribe to the channel. I got education for you. Real education, real life stuff. Thumbs up, comment, like the video, and let's get to the video.
Hey, let me holler at y'all for a second. How much credit card debt y'all got? Cause once upon a time, I had around $6,000 in credit card debt, and my minimum payment was about $200 a month. And out of that $200 a month, I kid you not, I think $162 went to interest. So what's that, like $38 towards principal every month?
It is so difficult to take cash and buy something with it, right? But it's so much easier when you have a debit card. That little plastic card will get you so many things at the snap of your fingers, right? It's so easy to apply for credit cards. You put your social security number in there and they give you a $1,000, $10,000 limit. But do you realize like the interest rates on those things, especially now, the interest rates on credit cards are like 25 to 30% right now. So let's just say you put $100 on there and you don't pay off that $100 for next month, that's $125 you got to pay off. And if you keep letting it go up without paying it, then another 25% is added. That is very, 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 very silly, right? And I've done it. And a lot of people do it. We all do it. We got credit cards. We got to continue to spend. We got to buy things. And sometimes we have our bills coming out of our credit cards automatically. The same thing with debit cards. We have our payments coming out of our debit cards automatically. The same thing can happen for debit cards. There were times when I was overdrafting so much money because I was getting charged $25 every time I would overdraft. So there were times I was buying baby formula and I had to pay an extra $25 just to pay baby formula so I could feed my kids. Yes, the debit card has penalties as well if you do not have any money in your account. So you have to be very careful, especially when you're talking about credit cards and debit cards. Obviously, I understand we use our debit cards because we don't want to walk around with cash. But you have to treat your debit card just like as if you had cash. It is so difficult to take out $20 and spend it. I don't want to take out cash and spend my money, but it's very easy to do so with a debit card. You have to treat your credit card just like cash. Now, obviously, credit cards have reward points, and if you know how to use it well, then you can take advantage of that. I just started learning how to take advantage of it. I still have a habit of using my debit card because it's a habit. You know, growing up, we didn't really have credit cards. It took me a long time to even establish credit cards. I didn't have a credit card until I was almost 35, 36 years old. Never had one. Always rented a car through debit card. I never had a credit card until I was 35, 36 years old. And there's a lot of people out there like that right now who don't know how to use a credit card. But you can use it to your advantage. If you use the reward points, you use it well, you use it to pay off your balances. You pay off your balance every month, it boosts your credit score up. But you can also get in a hole because it's so easy to use and you forget about paying. Next thing you know, you're paying 25% extra. And that's not worth it. Buying a pair of sneakers and then putting on 25% extra. Here's the hard truth. If you use the credit card and a debit card, they both can stop you from saving money. Just like I talked about earlier when I was having $10,000 in credit card debt. It was impossible to save. When I was overdrafting in my debit card, it was impossible to save money because I didn't have any money. Every time I had money, I had to pay off my credit card debt. Every time I had money, I had to pay my overdraft fees. So yes, it can stop you from saving money. So what you need to do is take your credit card. If you're going to use a credit card, you need to pay it off every single month. Take the reward points and take that to also pay for things, right? If you know how to use it, if you know how to save and use it, that's fine. Same thing with debit card. Treat your debit card as if it was cash. It is very difficult, I know for me, to take out $20 to $100 of cash and spend it. But it's very easy to use my debit card. So you got to treat the debit card as if it was cash. To only use it when you need to, right? If you have subscriptions on your debit card and you do not use those subscriptions, cancel the subscriptions today. That will save you like at least $30 to $40 a month. Take that $30 to $40 a month that you have on your debit card from the subscriptions that you don't use, take that money, save it, or invest it into an ETF like I talked about before, or take it and invest in a stock that you know about that you want to buy for the rest of your life and save something for your kids. I don't know, but stop using your debit card for stuff you don't need, right? Your credit card, if you're not going to pay the interest, if you don't want to pay the interest, if you want to pay your credit card off immediately, then do so. Take your paychecks, your 9-to-5 job paychecks, and pay off those debit cards every other week. Every time you get paid, just pay those things off because it's going to stop you from saving money. And I know there's people out there looking at my video right now, that's probably in $1,000, $2,000, or maybe $10,000 in credit card debt. Why? You don't need that. And if you are in $10,000 credit card debt, unless you make $10,000 per month, you're not going to be able to pay that off, which means every single month on the $10,000, you're getting 18 to 30% interest, depending on when you got your credit card. But right now, most credit cards are sitting at 26% or 30% interest. Like, really? You're really going to carry a $10,000 balance on your credit card just for them to take money out your pocket each month because you don't want to pay for it because you rather spend and use your credit card money? You're never going to be able to invest, especially to my 40-year-old men out there. If you have credit card debt, you haven't learned by now, then something's wrong because you should not be in credit card debt. You should not be in debt right now. You should be saving for retirement. You should be saving for your golden years, your prime years, your travel years, paying off your home, paying off your car. You got credit card debt, you ain't never going to be able to pay off your home. You ain't never going to be able to pay off your car. If you're not using your debit card correctly, you're not going to be able to save because you got subscription money coming out. You're just charging into the game. Every time, you're not even thinking about saving. You're just paying for stuff all the time. Every time you get paid, your paycheck is going right outside your debit card. You have to be smart. You have to invest. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just telling you, I've been there. I was there before. $10,000 in debt, man. I was struggling and I got myself out of it. You know what I did first? I got rid of my expensive phone bill. For you men out there, or for you people out there that have those expensive Verizon bills, go to Xfinity. You'll be surprised how much money you will save by transferring your account from Verizon to Xfinity. You will save almost like, $40 to $50 from your bill. Do the same thing with cable. Try to call them, talk to them, say, hey, you know what? My internet, my cable bill is too high. Put it all in one bundle. See if you can do that. Same thing with car insurance. I don't know why my car insurance is going up when I'm getting older. I don't know. But you know what? You can call the insurance company and try to bundle your property insurance, your rental insurance, your car insurance. You'll get a cheaper amount. That will alleviate you from getting your money taken out your debit card each month. And the savings that you have from those debit card savings, you take that and invest. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not about preaching. It's just I've been there. So the men out there, I totally understand if you don't have enough. I get that. But I'm telling you, you can cut back on things, right? If you have that expensive car, you might have to voluntarily repo that car. If you have an expensive apartment, you might have to move into a cheaper apartment. When do we stop being in regular apartments? Why do we have to be in these luxury apartments? Why? We don't need to be in these luxury apartments. We can get a regular apartment if you can't afford it, right? I've been there. I had to voluntarily repo my car. The car note was coming out my debit card each month. I didn't have it. I was constantly paying those fees every month because I didn't have no money in my account. Then I had to start paying my credit card, the car note. That's when you know you can't afford it. If you're paying your car note with your credit card, that means you can't not afford it. If you have overdraft fees on your debit card because you don't have money in your savings or your checkings account, that's a problem. You're spending too much money. That's why you have to cut back on things. You have to cut back on the rent. Maybe live in a cheaper apartment. You have to cut back on things. There's certain things that we do each weekend or each week that we can cut back on. That Hennessy bottle that you're buying, or that bottle of wine, or that bottle of vodka, or that 6-pack, that 10-pack, that 12-pack, that's like $20 each week. That's $100 a month. If you spend $25 a week, that's $100 a month. Every time you do that, every Friday, you charge into the game. You use your debit card to pay for that beer, pay for that fast food from DoorDash. That's another $10, $20 a week you're paying. So you're probably spending $100 to $200 a week on your debit card. And if God forbid you're putting your credit card, if you're putting fast food on a credit card and not paying it off, that's silly, because you're going to be paying interest on the food, right, from the places that you're buying, when you can just take that money and actually buy the restaurants that you're buying the food from. This credit card and debit card debate, it should not be a debate, because we should know how to use those right now, especially being of this age. If you're a grown man and you don't know how to use a credit card, then you don't need one. If you don't have money in your account, cut back on things. There's ways of doing that. I've done it and I got out of it. I was able to get out of debt because I planned accordingly. I said, you know what? I'm tired of living like this. I didn't have any more money. I was like, you know what? This is it. So I had to cut back on things. I got rid of everything. I just got rid of things. All I had was my phone. I had a cheap apartment for about a year, and you know what? I was able to get out of it. I voluntarily repo my car. I was able to get out of it. These are the sacrifices you're going to have to do, especially if you're of an age. And I'm not even just talking to my 40-year-old man. I'm talking about if you're over 30, same thing, because that stuff can lead up into your 50s. Next thing you know, you're in debt, $20,000, $30,000. And if you have a school loan too, oh man, you struggling, man. You struggling. So those are things you can do. You cut back on your spending, but don't use your debit card and credit card like it's just a piece of plastic. Be smart about it. It's the same thing. Just because you don't have a credit card, you can abuse your debit card. Those fees, that if you don't have any money in your account, those fees can add up tremendously. Every time I was buying stuff, because I didn't have money in my account, they was charging me $25. So yes, it can be the same thing. You will not be able to save money if you don't know how to use your debit card or your credit card. So to recap this video, to my men out there, if you're sitting on credit cards and you don't know how to use them, just put them away, right? Just focus on your savings, right? If you don't have money in your account, you might have to cut back on things. If you don't want to cut back on things, you might have to get a second job, right? But you need to start saving money. Those debit cards and those credit cards is preventing you from saving money. The extra spending on the weekends, that beer, those dates, those expensive haircuts, those expensive oil changes because we have an expensive car, that is eating your pockets up. You're not going to be able to save. My channel is all about investing. For the average man, the average 9-to-5 guy, I need you guys to know that you don't have to be rich to invest. You could take that $40 if you're saving them subscriptions from those credit card fees, and you can invest into the stock market every single month into ETFs. That's what my channel's about. I say the same thing over and over and over, and I do that for a reason. I do not care. I don't even have that many subscribers, but I'm trying to teach. If I could just help 1 or 2 people out there, that's what it's about. My average people, because I've been there. I was in $10,000 credit card debt. I had overdraft fees. I was broke one time. I slept in my car before, and I'm out of that situation. I'm on a whole new level. And now I'm trying to show brothers 9-to-5 guys like myself who have a 9-to-5 average job how to invest. So again, don't abuse your credit card. If you don't know how to use them, if you're not using them for points or anything, don't use them. If you don't have extra money, cut back on things. You don't need that expensive beer. You don't need that expensive date. You don't need to do none of that, especially of your age. You need to retire. That's what it's about. If you don't have a pension, you need to save. Stop spending your money over dumb stuff. In the meantime, stay focused on your money, man, and keep the Econ 100. You already know.